I don't know, man. I'm just so tired anymore. I'm gonna blame it on the... And then I feel like my voice is gone again today.
I didn't notice the voice until right now.
You think allergies?
Could be allergies. Probably got double COVID.
I'm just so tired. Maybe it's lack of water. Maybe it's because of summer months. Today's the longest day of the summer.
Well, is
go to bed about 9.
Is Venus in your sun shadow or whatever? I'm gonna start getting into astrology.
No, that's all right. Anything will work right now.
So
is my penis where?
No, your Venus is Venus in your sun shadow.
Oh, is that another thing for penis and something? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like your astrology, baby.
My astrology is great.
And yours is fun. Yours is like 18 plus.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, does yours
is barely legal astrology. That's a weird one, isn't it? That type of porn. If you're going to, in my head, it's a semi-truck driver going in and getting a dirty magazine at a party store.
Because it sounds like you just woke up from a coma from 1996.
It feels weird, dude. That was like the only option you had as a truck driver to look at porn or anybody. You went and got magazines.
Pauly Shore should have had an infomercial to try to make porn more readily available for truck drivers.
Just his voice?
Yeah,
why Pauly?
Tell me another actor that you think would advocate for easier porn for truck drivers.
Yes.
I'm the Weasel. And truck drivers today haven't been able to touch themselves at the ready for a long time, and I want to stop that. Hi, I'm Pauly Shore for...
I wonder how many of those guys have done that
while driving.
Yeah, they've had to a lot because they're so far up. They have
it's
no worries.
So boring,
and it is. And they're like they got to pass the time.
Yeah,
20 minutes can go by pretty fast.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I'm just so tired right now.
Yeah,
honestly, I could lay down and take a nap, but I know nobody cares.
No, I care.
Nobody cares.
You want to take a nap?
I do want to take a nap.
Well, let's take a nap.
So I started watching a movie on Netflix called Spiderhead.
What is it about? I think I know what it's about, but tell me what it's about.
And I like it. And I know a lot of people don't like it, but I do. And I'm interested in it, and I keep thinking about it. All right, so, which, by the way, Chris Hemsworth, I was like, one of the reasons I didn't want to watch it is because I have a thing about Chris Hemsworth where I don't like him.
It's because he's a superhero, like a superhero movie, and also is it because he's just kind of outrageously handsome?
Yeah, well, the handsome part, well, because I'm like, okay, he's playing a doctor. Okay, and you literally have to go, oh, there's good-looking doctors. You have to remind yourself that there are supermodel doctors out there.
Yeah, but
you don't see. I don't know. You don't see it a lot, so I feel like you got to suspend disbelief that they're that handsome of a doctor. But he's a really good actor. He really is, and I think he plays the part really, really well. And I like Miles Teller.
Yeah, Miles Teller is great. I still want to watch. It's years old now, but I want to watch Whiplash. With him and...
is that the skating movie?
No, it's the drum movie. It's the drums. He's the drummer and
the drum, like the drum line?
No, that's Drumline. You're thinking about Nick Cannon's Drumline. He's like a jazz drummer, and J.K. Simmons... I don't know anything about the plot of the movie, but I think J.K. Simmons just abuses him the whole time, and then he says, "Thank you, Daddy."
Wait. Oh yeah, real quick, my wife called me daddy the other day just to try it because we were just talking about it on the radio, and she said something. I won't get into too much detail.
Was it during
it was Father's Day?
Okay.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
And she goes, well, it's your choice, Daddy. And then she goes, I can't do that. I can't do that.
I would have hated that.
It felt like really weird.
My penis would have went right into retrograde or whatever.
Anyway, so wait a minute. I thought Whiplash. Well, what is the movie about the skating where the girl turns into a boy?
What?
You know what I'm talking about.
I obviously do
No,
not.
you do. It's who's the girl that turns into a boy?
Wait, are you thinking of Ellen?
Yes, Ellen. Well,
Ellen Page or Elliot Page?
Elliot
now.
Page. Yes.
And she's in a skating movie.
Yeah, dude.
Or
yes.
he is.
Yes.
Okay.
What is the skating movie? I thought that was
Juno?
Whiplash. No, Juno is the one about the boy being pregnant, isn't it? Like
No, that's yeah, now, but shoot,
or is that twins?
no.
Or is that another Arnold Schwarzenegger movie where he was pregnant?
Hard Candy. Oh, you're thinking of Whip It.
No, that's what Justin Bieber used to do.
Whip It? No, that was Jaden Smith's song.
I'm gonna watch his trailer then for Whip It really quick.
For Whip It or Whiplash?
Well, now I'm at Whip It. Yeah, this is way too old. This is definitely not what I'm talking about.
No, different Whip It. No, I don't think this is a movie. I think this is a song. Well, this is fantastic.
Oh, this is the music video of Whip It. Okay.
I love that guy.
I want to be that guy.
Dude, the late 1900s was a weird time. You must whip it. You must whip it.
So Whip It is the Elliot Page.
Elliot Page movie.
Yep, that's it. How's she doing? Or how's he doing now? Does anybody know?
I don't know.
I mean, he's got to be doing a lot better, right?
Probably.
I would think. Is he still in that Is he still in that movie?
Which
or that
movie?
TV?
Umbrella Academy?
Yeah.
I believe
Is
so.
that still going on?
I think so.
See,
but
I
don't
think
know.
the world was not ready for the television series, and I'm not kidding, and how great this show was on Netflix.
I swear to God, if you say Sense8.
Sense8.
God damn it.
I'm serious. Like, I don't think the world was ready for it when it came out. I think now...
It only came out like 4 years ago.
No.
Sense8 is not that old.
Sense8 release? How do you do that?
Sense8 came out, first episode aired...
2015.
Yeah, 7 years ago.
Dude, that's 7 years ago. The world has changed.
That's true.
And
Some things have happened.
I really think, I really do believe that because it had a lot to do with transgender and men loving men and women loving women and pride. And
it does have a very, very good score.
It is. It's fantastic, but I don't think the world was ready for it. I think if Sense8 would have happened now, I think it would be a different story. Or it had to do everything with budget. I mean, either which way. But
it seemed like I've seen trailers and stuff. It seems expensive to me.
Yeah, I guess they had to travel quite a different places
Yeah.
to go film. But it was really fun. It was a really fun show. That's one of those shows that I just hit play, and I didn't know anything about.
That
And
would've been cool.
maybe that's why I liked it so much, because I didn't watch any kind of trailer for it.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Netflix. Oh, what are you doing?
Netflix. You know what sucks is that Netflix used to be so good with some of their stuff, and they've gone really downhill. Except the issue is that Stranger Things came back, and it actually is better than the third season. Like, it's being told is better than the third, which means that now Netflix gets to keep doing what they're doing.
Maybe, but
nothing needs to change because their biggest show is still the biggest thing.
Do you think it would have... Because people binge it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So do you think if they would do what others do, where you're getting a couple episodes a week or whatever, do you think that would help them?
No.
I think they need more shows. They need to figure out more shows like Stranger Things.
They do. Well, they put a lot of money into true crime stuff.
Yeah, too much.
Too much money into
Lord.
true crime. And then they're bringing in a lot of like foreign film,
Which is annoying.
It's kind of annoying.
They're just throwing anything. It's because a lot of times I don't want to read. Sometimes I will. But a lot of times I don't want to read movies. I don't want to do the subtitle, or I don't want to do where the mouth is moving differently than the words. That takes me out of it.
Yep. I tried Squid Games that way, and I
tough.
hated it. And then I tried to read it, and I was like, I can't do this either.
Yeah, I was in Squid Games wasn't my thing. Wasn't my jam. Did you apparently there's a show on Netflix that's awesome called Dark. I think it's a series, and people were going ape-ass about it. Meaning those people people was a TikTok video, and then I went to the comment section and everybody loved it.
Well, it's on season 3. And it's got a 95% rating on the Rotten Tomatoes.
Does that suck too on Rotten Tomatoes? It used to be a thing when you would go into a video store, Blockbuster and stuff, you had no reviews. The review you had was the employees' picks.
Yeah, or like your friend's older brother who went and saw it in theaters because he had a car.
Watch that one. That's a good one.
And he knew where the boobs were.
Recommendations. You had just a couple people, or you read the back of the movie and you went, "Hey, this might be fun, Ange. It's a Bruce Willis movie, and look at." And then that was it. Now it's like if you go to Rotten Tomatoes and it's like less than 64% or something, you're like, I don't know if I'm going to waste my time. Which it could be a fantastic movie.
I'm trying to get better at it because I feel bad about myself if I like something and somebody else says they didn't like it. I feel bad.
What?
Like, okay, the example is Stranger Things season 3. They said somebody was like, "Oh, I don't like that the Russians came in, and now it's based on the Russians. It was fun that it was just an American thing." But I really enjoyed the fact that the Russians got involved, and then I felt bad because somebody else didn't like it, and I was like, "Well, am I wrong?"
I never do that in movies. I feel like my taste is superb compared to anybody else's.
Oh, yeah, you do.
I do. I really am a movie snob, so I never think that. I just automatically go, "Oh, you just have no idea. You just don't know what you..."
So I'm trying to just like things.
Just to like, if you like them.
If I like it, I like it.
Yeah. I got a list here. Let me just go through just a couple of these. These are, they scored really poorly on Rotten Tomatoes. Tell me if you think they're good.
Okay.
Armageddon, 38%.
Oh, such a good movie.
It's really good. Space Jam, 43%.
Really good movie for kids. I mean, I watch it still.
Josie and the Pussycats? Never watched it.
Nope, never seen it.
Princess Diaries.
I loved it.
48%.
Anne Hathaway? Hathaway?
That's another girl to me that I go, good looking, right? Question.
I think her personality brings it up.
The Mummy?
You mean Brendan Fraser's?
Yes.
The Mummy? I just rewatched the 2 Mummies. I won't watch the 3rd one. It's trash.
Let's just pretend it didn't happen.
Yeah, we don't pretend it happened, or we pretend it didn't happen.
Jumanji?
With the old Rob Wills?
Yes.
With old Robbie Bill?
She's the man.
Freddie Prinze Jr.?
Did you ever do Drop Dead Gorgeous?
I love the movie Drop Dead Gorgeous.
Scored terribly.
Oh, I know it did, but I love that movie. I've showed that movie to a ton of people, and they all think it's terrible, and I think it is one of the funniest movies that's ever been made.
What about Drop Dead Fred?
Also seen it.
I love that movie.
I love Drop Dead
much.
Fred.
What happened to that dude?
It's the mega bitch. I love him.
A Knight's Tale scored horribly. Were you?
A Knight's Tale, that was Heath Ledger, right?
Yeah, I never got. I mean, I liked it, I think, but people really liked that movie.
I was the only boy in my, on my dad's side with my cousins over there, so it was like my sister and then there's 2 other girl cousins. So when we would go to my grandma's house and they would all come over, we would have to go to the corner store
and rent Knight's Tale.
And rent a Knight's Tale.
Because they were in love with Heath?
Because they loved Heath Ledger.
Let me play this one commercial. Yeah, we're late anyway. Should I play it?
Yeah, play it. It's only 30 seconds.
All right, we'll come right back. Taken made the list also, where really bad score on Rotten Tomatoes, but a lot of people like that movie. Proving critics don't know. I like how Liam Neeson also said that he thought that was going to go straight to DVD. That was a movie that was supposed to just go right to Divid.
Oh, really?
That's what he thought he was doing. He thought it was a Lifetime movie, and people went nuts. You didn't have the pleasure probably to go watch that in the theater.
Taken?
Well...
Yeah, I went and saw it in theaters.
Oh, yeah, I guess you would only be 17 at the time. I was thinking you would be 7.
No. Yeah, no, I was...
Yeah, no, and I went and watched that, and it blew my mind because it was so short. Like, I didn't need it. It did not need to be any longer. It was like a good hour and a half movie.
Good 90-minute movie. They have sections of that now on streaming services. 90-minute movies.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because it is becoming far and few between.
It is. Yeah, I remember when Lord of the Rings, that the third one came out, and it was like 3.5 hours long or something. But Taken was fun because you felt his struggle, I guess, because you wanted him to win, and he was such an old man badass, along with he never really got beat up, so he was always winning at every one of those fights, which I kind of liked. It didn't drag it out where all of a sudden he got beat up for a really long time.
And then he was, then he was like held captive, and then he had to get out. No, he just kicked ass until he found his daughter.
One time he got tied up to that like pipe.
Yeah,
and he diddled him
fast.
But that was fast. It was a fast diddle.
It was a fast little diddle. My camera doesn't work. But it's on. But I am not. I don't exist.
That is bizarre. Oh, it's not even on.
Yeah, but why wouldn't it it's like frozen on an image? We're talking about if you text JT to 71090, we're on TV. That's just not up there. But
I guess we'd have to reboot it.
Yeah, but rebooting it means that it just doesn't work. So I guess
the two people that never mind. I mean, who
Oh, the Supply Plus and the hundreds of thousands of people that watch this.
The Mummy, like I said. Sandlot.
That was fine. People really like that movie, and I watched it when I was young, so I get the nostalgia thing, but it's just fine.
Yeah, it was 1993. It's fun.
It's fun. It's not one of those movies that I want my kids to watch. You know what I mean?
Well, you were only 2 when it came out.
Yeah, but I still watched it when I was 7.
I guess. I would think 7 would be who cares.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9, somewhere in there. I mean, I've watched it and remember a lot of the scenes on it.
It's one of those movies, for me, when I rewatched it with the kids, it's weirdly sad at the end because all your buddies that your only responsibility is to play baseball.
Oh, yeah, that is a sad part.
And then they all everybody's separated, and then they're all going to do their own thing. Unless you're the fat redheaded kid that's on TikTok still that is only doing Sandlot things.
That's so sad.
He looks identical. He could never be an actor because he looks identical to that kid.
Yeah, and it's just sad because I just feel bad because he was a kid, so it screwed him up. You know, it probably screwed him up a little bit. And he's not attractive.
No.
He's an ugly kid. And that was his thing when he was a kid, but nobody wants just an ugly man.
And he's a man kid.
He's a man-child, like Haley Joel Osment. What was in the water in the 90s?
Dude, Haley Joel Osment, that kid just went... All he did was go this way.
Yeah.
He went horizontal instead of...
Instead of vertical. He just kept getting wider.
My favorite story is when... he was banging out Sixth Sense. He had AI. He had movie after movie after movie. Didn't hear from him for a couple years. And then he got into drunk driving in his 1996 Buick Skylark, and we're both like, wait, you're the kid from all of those. You can afford not a Skylark.
Yeah, you can get something better than that, right? Right? I guess not.
Jeez. Dude, he has to be, because
he was just
in that late 90s to early 2000s, Haley Joel was a big superstar as a kid.
Yeah, he was and the thing was, he was a good kid actor.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, he wasn't playing, like, kid movies. He was playing in serious movies and holding his own. And then, I don't know what happened. Had to have been drugs, right?
Yeah, like, okay, he had
McDonald's
6
apple pies.
He had, oh, dude, I love when he was in Walker, Texas Ranger. He was the AIDS kid.
Oh, yeah. Didn't they just say, I think at the end, it's like, you've got AIDS.
Yeah. Yeah, that was it. Just like, hey, you got AIDS. But
like, it wasn't even pertinent to the story. They just wanted to have an AIDS kid.
So 6 cents in 99. 2000, he had Pay It Forward.
Good movie.
2001, he had AI with, that's a Steven Spielberg movie.
Yeah. Usually a good sign when Spielberg puts you in a film.
Then he was in Secondhand Lions the next year. Oh, dude, I'm sorry. I thought this kid was, like, everywhere.
He was in enough movies. I mean, he was in Forrest Gump.
He was in Forrest Gump. Yeah, The Sixth Sense, well, I guess, where I get that movie was so big, and he was kind of the main character in it, so I think that's why it was such a, I guess, that he was everywhere. Same with AI. You know, he never blinked in that movie?
That is interesting. That he never blinked. He is a gross-looking man now.
$6 million. I guess that's a lot.
Well,
it's more than I have, but I'm just saying, like, you would think being in those Steven Spielberg movies, and
he's done a lot of voiceover work.
There you go. And then he was in that. Then he came back out in Sex Ed, and I'm like, that's definitely Haley Joel because it looks identical to me.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the voice. He does video games. He does a lot of TV shows. Guess he was in X-Files.
Crazy thing is, too, is he can't go and get a job at Home Depot now because he looks like Haley Joel.
Yeah, it can't even be like, you kind of look like that kid from The Sixth Sense. It's like, no, you are that kid, but why are you working here?
Spaceballs made the list of a terrible score on Rotten Tomatoes, but is pretty good.
It's fine. I like Spaceballs. It's fine.
Step Brothers.
I like that movie.
Yeah, that's all right.
I thought it was pretty good.
Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Terrible. What are you talking about?
Is that the one with Sam Jackson?
No, that's a third one.
No, this one. Yeah, no, this is Die Hard with a Vengeance, 1995 with Sam Jackson. That was a fun one. Which, by the way, that was supposed to be a Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
But they rewrote that for...
I thought it was... I thought you were talking about the one with... what's his name? Oh, what's his name? He was
the
early
comedian.
2000. Yeah, he was like the
Jeepers Creepers kid.
Yes! What is his name?
It's on New Girl.
Yes!
It starts with a J, right?
Does it start with a J?
And he has a little podcast.
Justin Long!
Yeah.
Justin Long. He also he looks the same, but just microwaved or drier. Does that make sense? He just looks a little drier.
He's to me he's one of those celebrities that shouldn't be a celebrity. Like, he made it and he's well known, kind of. I mean, if you saw him, you'd be like, oh, you're the dude in movies, but also you're not too starstruck when you see him, right?
Yeah, you could definitely have a conversation with him and not be distracted by his celebrity. Not like Brad Pitt or Leonardo DiCaprio. Like, there's no way you could just sit and talk to him without being distracted.
Miami Vice made the list.
Never seen it.
Terrible Rotten Tomato score, but good movies. Tommy Boy.
Oh, that's a fun movie. I don't idolize it like a lot of people do, but it's fine.
You know, Bad Boys, I'm just okay with. They're just kind of fun, but they're not anything that I care about.
Yeah, they deserve the Rotten Tomato score they got. They're fun.
I think so.
But as a movie, it's okay.
Have you ever watched Reign of Fire?
Is that
the dragon movie?
Nick Cage? Not Nick Cage?
That's right. What is that one you're thinking of?
Man on Fire?
Man on Fire is with Denzel. That's on the list too, right?
I always get those two screwed up.
Oh my God, Equilibrium is really good. That's Matrix before Matrix was Matrix.
Equilibrium.
Yeah, you haven't watched it.
No, I haven't.
2002 with Christian Bale.
Then that's not Matrix before Matrix. Matrix was 98 or 99.
Oh yeah.
That's after Matrix.
Okay, so this was Matrix after Matrix.
So a ripoff?
I think so. Now that I'm looking at it, yeah. I thought that was before because I found it in like the B section in Blockbuster.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, you'd be right. Saw number 2. I was all done after the Saws after the first one. Tango and Cash made the list. Remember we watched that awesome trailer with Kurt Russell and Sylvester Stallone?
Sounds awesome.
It is awesome. Terrible score, 30%.
The Saw movies, the second one was fine. The third one was really dumb, and they never got better.
You will not... Hold on. I shouldn't have done that. Okay, I'll get down to the bottom because you're going to be like... Jupiter Ascending, 28%, but apparently it's really good, but I heard it's terrible.
I've only heard that it's terrible.
Silent Hill from the movie.
Yeah. It kind of sucked, the first one.
Showgirls? By the way, Quentin Tarantino says it's the best movie ever.
Well, I think we need to stop putting Quentin Tarantino on a pedestal. He makes good movies, but I think he's insane.
Yeah, that's true. Somebody said they're hell because they met him at a dinner party. And she said, my hell would be if I had to stay with Quentin Tarantino and him talking about movies.
Oh.
Because he's so passionate about it, and he's really talky.
Have you ever heard his theory on Top Gun? I don't think we can play it on the air, but we'll watch it during the break.
What is it?
That the whole movie is just a metaphor for being gay.
Yeah, no, I could see that.
The whole movie. And he goes through it, and he has a good reasoning to the point where I look at Top Gun and go, oh, that movie's just a metaphor for being gay.
He's talking about the old 80s
one,
right?
Yeah, the 80s one, yeah, because I think it, yeah. Well, I'll get that for you, babe.
Blind Date, Bruce Willis, Son-in-Law, Judge Dredd, Grandma's Boy got 15%.
Oh, that was a fun movie. I liked that movie.
Encino Man got 15.
I never seen it. I don't imagine that Pauly Shore has ever been in a movie that scored over 30.
Yeah, I heard there was going to be like a reboot of one of his movies.
He's been pushing for another Biodome.
That if you ever want to feel sad and you ever want to go, because you think actors and acting it would be the best job on the planet. Listen to Pauly Shore talk to Joe Rogan and how incredibly sad he is. And he says it, and he's very honest, and I really respect that about him. He's like, because he went and did a movie with Adam Sandler, and he's like, I had a lot of fun, and I really like Adam Sandler, and I really respect him. He's like, but I felt so sad and jealous. He's like, because in the 90s, that was me. I was getting treated like Adam Sandler was getting treated from everybody, and now I'm just this. And he goes, and I really appreciate it, but now I'm just a stand-in guy that's just Pauly Shore, and nobody cares about who I am. And he goes from being in the 90s, being such a big name, to now, and he goes, it's really sad. And he was, did you feel, but it was really depressing to listen to him.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because again, I always say this, but what do you do if you're Pauly Shore? Because you are, I almost feel like it effed up your life for any kind of career afterwards.
Oh,
yeah. To be that popular in the 90s and then it just disappears.
Well, yeah, he was so incredibly popular, and then, like, the trends were changing, and he didn't want to change with them. And so then he got left behind, and then now he's like, now I can't even get back into it, even if he wanted to do something different. Because he already got left behind.
Well, and then he did a movie called In the Army now. And I think his manager said, you got to cut your hair. Because that'll totally freak people out, and plus you'll get other parts. And he said that was the worst decision.
Cutting his hair?
I guess, because nobody liked it. Then all of a sudden, that was his thing that went away.
I guess.
And number one here for 11%, but we just said how great of a movie it is. Drop Dead Fred.
Drop Dead Fred is fantastic.
One of the worst scores on Rotten Tomato.
I mean, yeah, I get it. once again, I get it, but that doesn't mean that it's not a great movie.
We should watch the lowest scores
Arthur 2.
on Rotten Tomato and watch the trailers for those movies.
So, Arthur, you remember Arthur? The movie Arthur?
Is that where the boy is an adult but he's a kid? Or is it where
No,
he turns
that's
into
big.
a dog?
No. Arthur's
No,
just
doesn't he
about
turn into a dog?
No. Arthur's just about a millionaire. And it's super funny, and he's like a drunk and stuff like that. And the first Arthur got 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. The second Arthur got a 0. Like, such a drastic change.
What, did they lose the director or the actor?
I guess that is a one-story kind of premise.
All right. Hey, you're listening to the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. Dude, let me tell you something.
I'll be right back.
Hold on. Let me just tell you. Oh, the day camera or the Tanner's camera isn't working. Text TV is 71090. If you want to, I don't know, see me and Tanner's frozen camera. He ended up coughing. I've never seen anybody do that besides my grandpa. They ended up coughing, and he coughed into his shirt, and a big-ass loogie just hit it. Dude, this is why Grandpa had a spew cup.
Yeah, no, I get it now. I need a spew cup.
What is happening? Dude, Tanner, it's time for an intervention.
With what?
I feel like you're unhealthy. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
Don't be
granted,
offended.
let me put it this way.
I'm just kidding.
My mother brought over a blood pressure cuff
For a gift.
because I need to start taking my blood pressure because both my parents have high blood pressure.
Yeah, I get that.
And I keep getting nosebleeds. Like I got another one yesterday.
I wonder if that's because of that.
My blood pressure was 140/99, which isn't horrible. It's high, but it's not terrible.
I don't even know what's good or bad.
120/80 is what it should be.
Okay, well, maybe you were just a little excited.
Mm-hmm. I want to go home.
He just spilled his drink on him. Now you're just nervous because it's kind of like Angie always looks at people's teeth, and when people know that she's a dental hygienist, they like get self-conscious about smiling or laughing around her. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of like what happened right now after I called you unhealthy. I don't think that. I was just
I am. I get it. I get winded going up and down my stairs.
I do too. But dude, like, how did you? It was just a little lug in your throat.
Yeah, I was just coughing, and then it just kind of happened.
Can I am still so fired up.
About what? Ooh, I'm excited.
About yesterday, because I still think it's rude what took place. Even though that woman said, even though she's like, well, I didn't think you would because you're that's not your thing.
Yeah.
You still ask.
Yeah, you, man, that really has affected you, I guess.
Well, I'm trying to figure out.
And I truly believe, I'm not saying it just to make you feel better, like that I think that this is what it is. I truly believe she thought you don't want to do those things.
I completely 100% agree. I do believe that. But also, why not just ask?
Yeah, on the off chance that you do want to do those things.
Okay, so what happened is one of the sales girl that we work with a lot, she comes in and she's like, hey, I got your zoo tickets to you. You didn't even ask for them.
Yeah, she asked me, would you like zoo tickets? And I was like, yeah, if you have any. And then she came and brought them to me.
Which, by the way, whatever, I've done the zoo a lot.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't ask. She asked you.
She asked me if I wanted zoo tickets.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Then she goes, well, do you want Summerfest tickets? And you go, no. And you're like, at my kids. And she was like, well, I was just thinking like a date night.
Yeah.
And that's when I had to say something. That's when I'm like, well, why wouldn't you think I would want Summerfest tickets?
Yeah.
And she's like, I go, I live right there. And she's like, you don't live right there. Or something like that.
Kinda.
And I go, Tanner lives 4 hours away from there.
I'm very far away. My date nights are
30.
20 minutes away from my house. You could be at Summerfest in 45 minutes. Parked and in the gate.
It was weird, and then she's like, well, you guys are more outdoorsy, and I didn't think you would want to, but you would still...
Yeah, which is a fair point. You guys are...
It's kind of like this. When I was a bartender, and there was 2 older people.
Yeah.
Or, I'm sorry, a younger person and her mom, or whatever it may be. I always asked for both IDs.
You have to.
I never would even though I knew this one was older and she could drink, I asked for both because I don't want anybody to feel bad or left out.
Yeah.
That's what... Unky Jake's feeling right now is just feeling a little left out. Because she could have asked, or she could have said, "Hey, you know what? I don't want to give you. Don't worry about. Or I didn't ask you for them because I figured you would hate doing this." And she goes, "Well, do you want some?" And I go, "Well, no, that's not the point. That's not the point. I don't want any of your damn Summerfest tickets. I don't need them. What I need is to be asked and included.
I want to feel loved." Jake wants to feel appreciated.
Well, no, you would too, right?
100%. If somebody just came in and asked if you wanted things and not me, I would be like, I like Summerfest.
Oh, yeah, it's the last thing I want to do. I mean, really, but it sounds terrible, but I'm just saying. I got a lot of trauma.
Oh, who enjoys going to Summerfest?
Well, Summerfest people.
Yeah, but like...
Some people get there early, like right when it opens to walk around.
I did that one year. Kayla and I took one of her clients because he's never been to Summerfest.
Oh, yeah, dude. Didn't you lose him?
No, we didn't lose him.
I thought you lost him for like an hour.
No, we didn't lose him. It was my kid. No, Did we lose?
No, I'm trying to figure out something happened. You had a lot of good stories with him.
He was pretty awesome.
Because wasn't he on the spectrum or?
Yeah, that was the Kayla was working with people that had disabilities, like mental disabilities, and he was always great to hang around because he was super smart, but just didn't have any social cues.
Right.
So it was awesome. So you could have full conversations with him and not feel like you're talking to a child or anything.
Sure.
But then he would also say things like, "That lady has the worst butt I've ever seen in my entire life." And loud,
yeah, so it's kind of like hanging out with like a little a kiddo that kind of has no filter. Or
yes, it was awesome. But yeah, we got there at like noon or whenever they open, and I was like, "There's one band I wanted to see." They were at 5, and I thought, I was like, "Dude, we're gonna be able to spend 5 hours at Summerfest." We walked up and down once, and all 3 of us were like, "This is the worst. There's too many people here. Let's go to Dave & Buster's."
Oh, fun. Yeah. I could probably, if my wife was like, "Hey, let's get away and go hang out," I think it would you'd have to start drinking.
Well, that's the other thing.
Yeah.
Is like, maybe if you were there and you were like, "I have a credit card that somebody else is going to pay for."
Right. Because are the drinks expensive there?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
It's a concert. It's just a bunch of concert drinks. So you're
only
paying
time,
like probably $8 a beer.
Yeah, the only time I went is when we were at KTI.
Yeah,
that was oh god, that was a nightmare. Didn't we have to be there like every day?
They wanted us there. Yeah, a few days a week.
It's terrible.
I remember because I went to Tom and said a friend of ours died. His funeral was on Saturday. And he was like, "But you guys got to be at Summerfest." I was like, "Yeah, that's what I'm here about. Like, I don't know if I can make it to Summerfest. I got to go to this funeral up north." And he was like, "Do you, though? Like, there's other ways that you could probably remember him." I'm not saying that you have to be at Summerfest, but I suggest you're there. And it's like, "Oh, okay, I guess I'm going to Summerfest."
Yeah, cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, no, back to, that's probably a trauma thing that I feel about those. Well, maybe, or maybe that's just a decency. Maybe anybody would feel like that, like not getting like offered. I get guaranteed. And then Jennifer, if you're listening, know that I love you. And I told you yesterday, I'm kind of. She's like, "Are you?" I go, "I'm kind of half joking." Yeah, because I kind of was half joking, but also like it would have been nice to, hey, do you want these? But the reason why I want to bring that back up, because something came up on TikTok today speaking about trauma, and it explained so much for me. Because I remember I have very high awareness on my environment.
Okay.
With people, that is. Like, I remember when Kelly was here or whatever, and I went to Joe, and I'm like, "Hey, Kelly is interrupt, blah, 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 blah." And he's like, "Boy," because it was a weird time, and I noticed what time, and I'm like, and he's like, "Boy, you're so aware of things that are just a little off." He goes, "It's so weird."
Oh, yeah.
Like when Kelly walked by, and I go, "She's pissed. She's mad."
Yep.
She's looking for beer cans in here. She is mad.
Yep.
I do that. And sometimes I'm wrong. I'm not always right on this, but I'm just saying. And she was mad that day, so I was right on that one. But I'm always aware. Do you hear me saying, "Is he in a good mood?" If you bump into Joe,
yep.
Is he in a good mood? Like, did he laugh? Is every time?
Yeah.
And this guy said it's a hidden trauma, and how you were raised, probably in a household where you had to be aware of people's emotions. You had to know if dad was mad, if dad was drunk, if mom was mad, if mom was drunk, if there was going to be a fight. You wanted to make sure everybody was in a good mood and happy, because if they're not, then you have to worry. And you got to figure out.
And you got to kind of stay out of the way.
And your fight and flight is. Yep. So I have very high fight or flight.
Yep.
And I am.
You're always on the verge of either throwing a punch or running away.
And it's usually running away. And I don't know why that is either. I feel like I was going to say the P word, but I can't. But that's what I feel like. If there's an issue like that, I would rather leave the situation than be in the middle of it. And I wonder why, if that has anything to do with trauma with me and Mom always leaving when they would fight.
Probably.
Maybe a little.
It's probably not. It's probably not unrelated.
Probably not. Why I choose flight more than confrontation.
I wish I'd choose flight more. I choose to fight a little bit more. Not like physical. I've never been in a fight, but I choose argue over just walking out of the situation.
Yeah, I'll do that. Maybe a little bit. The arguing, not as much as you do. But if like the fighting or something, I feel like I would not want to deal with that.
Like a physical fight?
Yeah.
Oof.
I wonder if that's because just Dad was bigger, and he was
Probably.
and when he would yell, you'd feel it. But
no, you're more involved, dude. People who choose violence and like choose physical fights are less involved. They just are. It's like when you grab a dog's treat and they get mad at you. Like, you think you're on the same level as a dog?
Yeah, I feel like we've come quite.
We've come farther than that. If somebody takes your stuff, like, get mad at them, but you don't need to hit them. That's such a primitive way of handling things.
It's just that when I heard that on that TikTok today, I don't know. I for some reason never put A and B together, but that really explained a lot. Because even over this weekend, I was telling Angie how aware I am of judging quickly. If somebody makes me feel uncomfortable, I don't like them and I don't want to talk to them anymore.
Yeah.
And I'm always aware of people's emotions and what can hurt me or not. Oh, that's just so interesting to me. And it has everything to do with not even realizing this, but how much I played referee or not referee, but just how much I had to look to see if my parents were in a good mood. And that is why I'm again, like you just said, every single time you see Joe, is he in a good mood?
Any authority figure, you want to know if they're in a good happy mood or not.
Holy
because
God.
If they're not, you want to stay out of the way because you don't want any of their anger to be pushed onto you. Even if it's not about you. You know what I mean? Like, your dad was probably never mad at you, but would yell at you when he's mad. Yeah,
weird, man. That just explains a lot. What you are describing is a form of anxiety, and I had the same kind of childhood. You learn to read people well. That's the thing. I'm always trying to read people. Hey, we're actually switching gears. Well, let me play commercials before I start talking again.
Okay.
Angie just gave me a text, and I'm more excited about this than I was yesterday about something else.
Well, that's
Somebody
fun.
says you learn that it is better to protect yourself than get hurt.
Yeah. It's definitely a more evolved way.
Yeah, it's just sorry that that's just so interesting to me because I just figured out why I'm always worried about people's emotions or why I'm always trying to read the room. Always trying to read if there's a personality that I feel is not great.
Yeah,
I'll read it and I will stay away or I'll leave. I'll tell example, this has never happened, but if we were at a party and I'd be like, Angie, let's go somewhere else. I don't want to be here right now.
Yeah.
We can't be here.
Oh, you've done that.
Oh, yeah. I guess I have.
You've 100% done that.
Tanner, we're going.
We're leaving. I said we're leaving. Well, you did it with that old coworker we had. You hated him so much at Radio Boot Camp. And he started walking up by us, and you're like, I'm out. You just walked away.
Yeah, the dude, that guy.
He was the worst, though.
Well, I don't like what his problem is he wanted what we had. And he treated us like S.
He definitely thought he knew more than us.
On and off the radio.
Yeah.
Because he wanted the mornings. And it's like, dude, screw it. I'm not going to sit here and be friends with you when you treat us like crap. Like, there's someone in here that has done things to you that drives me bonkers. And for that person to even be able to have a conversation with us drives me nuts. Yeah. Because I shouldn't feel bad. I feel like they should, and they're not. They are not.
Yeah, they feel justified.
Oh.
And it's really annoying.
Drives me up the wall.
Up the wall.
Up the wall.
Yeah, that other dude, he did like overnights in Chicago. That's why he felt better than everybody.
The big market syndrome, baby.
He got that major market syndrome. He was like,
Oh, yeah, the major market, actually.
Yeah, because he's, what is Chicago, 3?
Yeah.
3 or 4, somewhere like that. But either way, like, yeah, he came from Chicago to Milwaukee, so he's like, I did overnights in Chicago. That translates, obviously, to mornings in Milwaukee.
Nobody liked that guy.
Nobody did.
Dude, and he was doing so much, like he went to, like, whatever,
And then he got fired.
yeah, the WK, not the
WBA?
Country Fest or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And he went there and he had a big KTI. He bought.
Yeah, I was being mean to you. I thought that's how
Yes,
were.
you did.
I thought that's just how we addressed you.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks, 34.
Well,
I agree with
it
you.
is.
All right, thanks.
Hey,
What is he talking about?
Not a clue.
Like, what does that have to do with anything? And instead of asking him, I just didn't want to talk to him anymore. I could have asked him what he was talking about.
The tickets thing. They like people asked. He didn't even realize they were being mean. I don't know. Who knows? Every time he talks, I just hear.
Hey, you be 3430. Hey, 3430, how you doing? Okay. It's basically the same thing that he just said.
I honestly, people were probably even confused. They're like, did they just play back the audio?
I bet you he stands when he wipes. He sounds like one of those guys. He's a stander.
Yeah, yeah. He stands up for sure.
It's the Jake and Tanner Show. That's weird. Somebody said, did you hear that your love language is linked to your childhood drama? Pang actually sent a link to that. And mine, that's weird because I must have been, because mine's words of affirmation. I must have not heard those a lot then. I mean, if that is true, I must not have heard like, hey, really great job, or man, you did really good, or you can do this, or...
It's probably why mine are...
Physical
touch and quality time, because we really didn't spend any quality time, and I've hugged my dad one time that I can remember.
I've hugged your dad more than you.
And it was at my wedding, and it was one of the most awkward hugs I've ever experienced. Because I was just going to shake his hand.
Yeah, and he didn't know what to do either.
Yeah, he was like,
Does
I
he
think
feel
we
bad
could
about
hug.
that if he hears this?
No.
You know?
I think he knows. It's fine. It's just what we are. I'll be the same father, and my son and daughter will complain about me.
Yeah, look at right here, whatever. Okay, because Tanner and I have a big, we love the love language. We love to love here. We like to have fun, and we love to love.
Loving.
So love language is, you can take a little test, and there's like 5 different answers that you can get. Well, they kind of rate them from like what your most love language is to your least.
It goes quality time,
Gifts.
physical touch, acts of service, gifts, words of affirmation.
And mine is words of affirmation. I like to hear, and I think a lot of guys do, but I think I like to hear, you look good today, or I really like your hair, or whatever.
Yeah,
it may be.
the two yours are words of affirmation, quality time.
Yeah, whatever your love language is, this is what Pang just sent over. It's likely what you did not get as a child. So if I go down to words of affirmation, if your love language is words of affirmation, you were often criticized or critiqued for your failings, or didn't often hear verbal praise for your accomplishments. Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
And the same thing with quality time. You were probably a large part of your childhood alone, whether because you were only a child, had different interests than the rest of your family, or because you faded in the background due to siblings.
Yeah, I just had different interests, I guess, than the rest of my family. And divorced.
Yeah, I guess so.
So.
Huh. Interesting stuff, man.
Yeah.
So this weekend...
I love that we can blame everything
you can.
that's wrong with us on our parents.
Oh, dude, you can.
It's awesome, but then I think, like, wait, no, I'm parent now.
I know.
So what am I what are we doing that's screwing... What do you think you've done that's screwed up your kids for the rest of their lives? Do you have a thing? I do.
Were we ever on 92.5?
No. We're on 92.9.
Somebody just said, okay, because I guess... Oh, or not I guess, but on the Jake and Tanner fan page, you got to answer some questions. And Kyle usually send them over to our Facebook. Which, by the way, who did this? Who got into our Facebook and messed with it? Because literally anytime people say something, there's a message that'll respond to them that says, hi, thank you for contacting us. We received your message and appreciate you reaching out.
Probably Katie. She's in charge of that, remember?
Well, that's got to be so annoying for these P1s that... And it seems so, like, just... it's kind of robot-y.
Yeah, it's
That's not very personal.
robot-y.
All right, so it said, how did you... the first question is favorite part of the Jake and Tanner show. And this person wrote, how you picked my parents to win 12 Days of Christmas. Yeah, I don't remember that. Favorite segment, do I have to really pick it? Okay. What brought you to the show? 92.5, I love the morning show there. So sad you're not there anymore.
Is this a person? Can we get their name? Who are they from? Wait. What was KTI? 94.5.
Yeah. Maybe they were just a little wrong in that.
Yeah.
We'll do that. I don't know what 92.5 is.
Yeah, I've never heard of 92.5.
Yeah.
Unless was that the mornings that we were on in like Duluth?
Can't tell you.
No, that was 10. That was something else.
So, hey, listen. We did say we were going to go to... What park was I going to yesterday?
Something Creek.
No,
Hand something creek.
no, I don't think it was that one.
No, it was.
No, I don't think
Somebody
so.
said it on the text line. They
Yeah,
were like,
there was two of them that we were talking about. I can't remember the one.
Hartman Creek.
No, that wasn't the one.
That was the one.
No,
that was the
wasn't
one you said.
No, I mean, that was definitely one that we were going to go to this weekend, but that's not what I was saying.
Oh, it started with a W.
It did?
No, it was in Waupun or Wapaka.
Yeah, it was in Wupaka.
That's Hartman Creek.
Nah, is that?
Where's Hartman?
Oh, yeah, it was. Oh, damn. Yeah, you be right. You be right.
Damn!
Yeah, no, it's Hartman Creek. And somebody just said, I love it there. There are a lot of great places to hike or the lakes, blah, blah, blah. Ice Age Trail, the beach is one of my favorite of all in Wisconsin state parks. The water isn't weedy, and you can rent paddle boards and all that. Then Angie just booked another night in Highcliffe. Now, Highcliffe State Park is right here. Like, it's real close to work, meaning, and I heard it's really awesome there. So, and we got told by one of our neighbors, like, that's the one they go camping a lot, and they're like, boy, you really got to check that one out. So it's either I drive from work and drive 40 minutes, or I just drive to Highcliffe Park, because I think it's pretty close by here.
16-minute drive from us right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's easy for me. I like this. When I joined the fan page for what's your favorite part of the show, I put, I don't know, but it isn't Jake or Tanner.
That's probably understandable.
It's only 16 minutes from here.
Right here, yeah.
Oh, dude.
It's got really cool, it looks nice.
We could drink some beers before we go.
Am I coming with you?
I don't know, maybe. It's only
Did you
16
get an electric one now?
No electric.
No electric still?
And apparently, hey, do you got the site map up?
Yeah.
Check it out. This is I can just show you from here. See the cliff? Look where we are.
Nice.
Right?
That's going to be dope.
It's going to be good stuff for a couple days.
Yeah, that'll be pretty dope.
Nice. So I don't got to worry about neighbors this weekend. I like it. Somebody said Highcliffe has awesome hikes. Do they got good bike trails there too? Just asking for a friend. Well, I guess I could just say asking for me.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with bike trails, right?
Unless, what are you going to do? Like, are you going to go bike and molest?
No, Jesus. No.
Well, I'm just saying.
I got my kids. Without my kids. Yeah. Maybe, but I got my kids.
Yeah, so as long as you don't bike and molest, you can ask if there's good bike trails.
Okay, perfect.
Don't molest people. Nobody should do that.
Yeah, please
don't.
No.
Okay? Gary says molesting people is illegal.
Yeah, Gary says that people don't like it and you shouldn't do that. Gary says don't touch me there. That's my no-no square.
No, don't touch me there. No square.
All right, we didn't get a chance to play the tape from Jake and Tanner, but what are we playing for?
160.
160. We'll be playing that in the 8 o'clock hour, and we do play the real deal today. It is the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. I'm more excited now going camping than I was just yesterday, due to the fact that it's just only 15 minutes from here, man. I'm just going to meet my wife and kids there.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing, man.
Oh, man, you probably don't even need that power inverter anymore.
Why?
Because if you're taking 2 vehicles, it means that you're going to have the van, and the van has the outlet.
Why don't you want me to have that all of a
Well,
sudden?
you can. You can take it.
Well, maybe I don't want it.
If you want more outlets.
Now that I'm taking the van.
Yeah, but take that, because then I don't need to bring you the power bricks.
Why?
Because that has 2 chargers and stuff on it.
How long does this last?
It's plugged into a car. It lasts whenever you want it.
No, but I need it in the tent.
Okay, then yeah, I'll bring the power bricks.
Why are you backing up already?
I just couldn't find them, and I don't want to keep looking. I'll look, though.
No, you got to let me know, because I'm going to have to buy one off Amazon.
Trust me, I have them.
Okay.
I just saw them.
Cool. So, wait, what'd you just say? We can leave it? No.
You just bring them with you.
No. Hang on.
Everybody comes with you in the morning.
No, there'll be room for 2 vehicles there, right?
Yeah, for sure there will be.
Especially when I took the handicap campsite.
Yeah.
Just kidding. But also, I don't buy that. And you know what they told me?
What?
I mean, I buy that. I believe that there's handicapped people out there, and there's definitely times that they need it. But the campsite thing, this drives me nuts. And they told me, they go, yeah, we get a lot of people that don't like this, and we always tell them to complain so they can do something about handicapped people. Because what they do is...
You wait, the campgrounds... Wait, who is telling you to complain about handicap?
Some girl named Sharon, close to Karen, and she's like, you should do a little complaining. And
She sounds white.
No, but listen, and
White?
but she was probably, but she was telling, and because my thing is this, dude. They can call just as fast as I can. I mean, probably.
If they need help, like if they fall out of their chair.
No, to reserve the campsite.
Oh.
I think that's ridiculous.
What makes it a handicap campsite?
I think, I mean, I get it because I think they got more pavement there, and I think it's a little wider, which is fine, and I'm in agreement with that. But not if you don't get to the phone fast enough. Sorry, dude. It looks like you're going to go camping next month. Why do I... And you know what and what gets me mad, because I started getting into forums and we were all complaining about
the handicap. Yeah.
The
less fortunate. Screw them.
No. No, not at all. But they say that when they go camping, they'll see a lot of those handicap spots open.
Mm-hmm.
That nobody's using them.
Yeah. Yeah, but didn't you say, like, when you get there, you got to prove your handicap?
Yeah, I don't know what that entitles. I don't know if they make you play volleyball.
Yeah, like, hey, get over here. Why don't you juggle real quick?
Juggle. Yeah. But am I wrong on that? No, and be honest. Like, I understand. I want you to please let me know if I'm being a jerk about this. I understand that those are handicap spots, that handicapped people need those.
Mm-hmm.
But is it my take on it is, yeah, but they can dial just as fast as I can, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it if I was there and then
somebody took it.
No, because they should have got it the same time I got it.
But, like, why did you need the handicap one?
Well, if it's, like, the only one left.
Oh.
You know, and then
like if it's, like, this one's, like, not in the toilets.
Right. Like that's the problem that we rolled into yesterday.
The handicap, yeah.
Because the reason being is because...
I assume the handicap ones are probably closer to the front.
Yeah.
So if they need an ambulance, they can get there faster.
Well, we lost
easier.
$7 because we booked it, and then it said ADA only.
Okay.
And then we called, and we're like, what does that mean? And they told us that it's for handicapped people.
Yeah.
And they're like, you're probably going to be out $7 because we had that in small print. I go, you guys are all in this together.
Wow.
No,
wait, do they upcharge the handicap?
No,
that feels
but
wrong.
we lost our reservation or whatever.
Oh.
Or we lost the $7 reservation fee.
I would have just found... You know what they need? They need a handicapped person for rent or for hire.
I think they do that, and then, like in the amusement parks.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to do it for my father-in-law, but he was too proud.
Somebody said if you had a handicapped child, you would want that spot. Yes, you would. I get that. Absolutely, 100% you would want that spot.
Yes.
But they also could call when I called.
Yeah. Like,
does that make sense?
Plan a little better.
That's made
like it's not like, yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, if you want to go, make sure that they have a handicap one available.
This is perfect. What somebody said. They're available for handicap, but doesn't mean it should only be used for handicap, just like bathroom stalls.
Oh, don't care. I take the handicap stall. I don't want to poop in a coffin.
There's less than a handful of handicap spots to go around. There are hundreds of regular spots for able-bodied people to pick from. I get that. I understand that. But this one's probably never even going to be used. The weekend, the 2 days that I wanted, and they could have made some money, and my family could have had a good time, but, they could have... I don't know. Like, that's what I'm saying. Am I just being a jerk? Maybe I'm just being a jerk.
I mean, I get it. I get what you're saying. Like, that spot was nice. I want that spot. I shouldn't have to be disabled to get that spot.
It wasn't nice. I mean, it was nice. I didn't think that low. It was the only one available.
Oh, yeah. Then there's that. Like, yes, this campground is nice. I want to go here. I shouldn't have to be handicapped to go here. Yeah, I don't...
Perfect.
No.
Regular campers book the whole summer by March. Anything left at that point is fair. Dude, it is insane with these campers. Because we're just kind of getting into this whole thing now.
Mm-hmm.
That is truthful. Like, my neighbor is a big camper, their family, and she is up like at midnight when you can start reserving all these spots.
Oh, yeah.
And they're going to this spot, they're going to that spot, they're going to that spot. They plan
out their whole
everywhere
summer.
where they're going to go. This is why Angie and I are not doing electric sites right now, just because those are I think a little easier to get, but also we're on a notification list, meaning anything that pops up.
Yeah.
So if somebody backs out, we get an email. But there's hundreds of people that are going after that spot too.
You should get an AARP card.
Am I that age?
No. You can get an AARP card at any age.
Really?
Yeah. And it comes with all the deals.
Well, I'm not super young anymore, so it probably...
Well, like anybody can get one.
I didn't know that. I thought you had to be like 60.
No.
Why? I wonder why nobody gets those.
I don't know. But it's like $12 a year or something like that, or $20 a year. But the deals. You get deals on hotels and all that stuff. You're an AARP card holder.
Nice.
So, a little life hack for you.
I like that. Let me read this email that Kiss FM got. You're going to love this.
Oh, no.
Because this is what we got here. This is from Jenny. And when they write to Kiss to complain, they're not fans of ours.
Yeah, they don't. They just accidentally heard us.
They accidentally heard and wanted to complain to the station. Hi, Jenny. This is what we responded to. I don't know what the first part was, but it says, Hi, Jenny. I wasn't listening to... Oh, yeah. Hold on. Stand by. I'll get that for you. Heard an ignorant jab. This is what it went right to our Facebook.
Okay.
They added us, if you will. Heard the ignorant jab to Alabama people this morning. Just lost a lot of listeners. I was just there. I was just there and stuck up for Green Bay. The local ESPN radio insulted people of Green Bay, and I stuck up for you. Your turn. Okay. And then they wrote, Hi, Jenny. I wasn't listening to Jake and Tanner this morning, so I'm not sure what you're referring to. Could you please give me a little more information to what was said and what time it happened? Thanks. She goes on to say, yes, thank you. They were discussing a couple that were married. The girl was 16 and he was 30 or so. They said this happened in California. Also said, I expect this in places like the South, like Alabama, but not California. Ouch. That is such an ignorant comment.
Whoa. Are we the first ones to ever point out that Bama's got weird? Hey, did you know the legal age of consent is 16 in Bama?
Is it Alabama? Is that the age?
Legal age? Yes.
Okay.
In Alabama, Jake and I, 30 and 40, could go hang out at a high school and pick up some high school sophomores in Bama. That's why it's, we understand it in Bama.
I just thought that was quite funny. Because it feels like we just invented that joke and they got offended. Like they never have heard that before.
Yeah, okay, well, dude, you're in Bama.
Then I read that
16 sexual intercourse with minors. Age of consent is 16.
So because we were talking about Paul Walker being in his 30s and the girl that he was dating was 16. And see, look at that. I have a friend from Alabama and she would agree with what you guys just said. So I wanted to know like what I found a story when I was doing a little research yesterday, okay? Meet Eunice Winstead and Charlie Johns.
They sound young.
Well, she was 9. This was back in 1937.
Oh, okay, so they're very old now.
She was 9, he was 22, and they got married.
What? Oh, yeah, no, dude, child marriage is insane. Guess what, you Bama person? Who's a Alabama defender? They're weird down there, man. They're weird. Like, what's the legal age of consent for marriage in Bama?
Here, listen. Eunice told her parents that she was going to go to her sister's house to pick up a doll that Charlie had given her. Instead, she met up with Charlie, went and got a marriage license, and were married. When asked about the marriage, Eunice's mom said that she got married herself at 16, and she had another daughter that was married at 14, so she was a little young, but the Bible also said not to disturb people who were peacefully getting along, and she believed not going against the Bible. When the pastor was asked, why did you marry them, he said if you didn't do it, someone else would have. So pretty much every adult failed Eunice.
Yep. God. I just can't imagine carrying a baby for 9 months and then looking at it and saying, Eunice.
Yeah. Yes. 9 years old though. Think about that. You're young. You are raising just a little kid.
That's Dewey getting married.
Right now, it'd be Dewey getting married.
Yeah, or at least dating now. Dewey would be dating, and he's like, I'll get married next year.
Piper would be in marriage for 3 years already.
Probably have 4 kids.
It's 9 years old. You have nothing she can't take care of you. You're still taking care of her, right?
What is she going to cook you?
Toast? Right. That's what I mean. Like, there's no possible way that she knows how to take care of you.
Man.
She was get sick. She would still want her mom. God. So, news of the marriage broke, and there was an uproar in Tennessee. Which, by the way, Tennessee's like 4 hours away from Bama, lady.
Yeah. So, and guess what? It only gets worse the souther you go.
And the Tennessee courts passed 2 bills right away. One being you can't marry anyone under the age of 14.
Okay, that should be higher,
and
but still.
Also a misdemeanor giving a marriage license to someone under 16 without first seeing a judge and getting approval. Eunice had her first baby at 14.
They waited 5 years. Most couples don't.
That marriage happened 85 years ago, but apparently child marriage is legal in 44 states.
Dude, child marriage is it's weird. There are some states that are trying to get rid of the minimum age. Like for parental consent. Because like you can get married, a lot of states it's like 13, 14, okay, so child among the states, it varies from like 12 to 17, depending on when you need parental consent. Like,
or a judge sign up.
That's weird. But yeah, like you need the parents to be like, yes, grown man, you can marry my child. Because it's never the other way around.
Right.
It's never a 25-year-old girl that's like, I want to marry this 10-year-old boy.
But then she was, taken from her house to go live with that guy.
Oh, yeah, they're married.
At 9 years old. That's what I mean. Like, wouldn't you get where she would get sick or have a nightmare and want her mom and dad and like she's supposed to be there not protecting, but she's supposed to be there not serving, I'm looking at the wrong word here. Not protecting, not serving, but taking care. She's supposed to be there taking care of you, though. She's still a little kid.
Yeah.
She doesn't know what she's doing.
She's in 3rd grade.
9 states, there is no legal minimum age for marriage. What are those states?
It's not Bama. They changed it from 12 to 16 recently.
All right.
States states with no minimum age for marriage. I believe, though, Bama's trying to. Delaware, Pennsylvania, Minnesota, Rhode Island, New York, and New Jersey.
No minimum age?
No minimum age. To be honest, probably because they haven't run into it. You know what I mean? Like, they haven't run into the issue as much.
They have... Wisconsin, 16. You can get married at 16 years of age.
With parental consent.
With parental consent.
Yes.
Can you...
Once you're married, you can.
So you can have relations if you are married and you couldn't get in trouble with the courts if it was a 16-year-old girl.
Yes.
As long as you are married.
Yes. But also not in Bama. Don't got to be married to hook up with a sophomore.
You can't even, like, buy cigarettes or alcohol. Dude, and, like, wait.
Couldn't even vote.
Why would we not? Why would we not try doing something with those laws in the United States instead of worrying about gays being together or, like, pride events? Why are we trying to ban all these things? Well, shouldn't we be focusing on that?
It's really weird that people are like, I don't think that kids should know about transgender people, but if they want to get married, as long as the mom and dad say it's fine, it's okay.
A text line: if a child can be charged as an adult for a crime, they should be able to drink and get married.
How about 20? When does the frontal your prefrontal cortex, when does that stop? 25?
Man, it's like yeah.
Okay, 25. Put it to 25. You don't get to do anything until you're 25. That includes
like this
vote.
Person's trying to justify. It's 7683 is probably like, whoa, wait. If a child can be charged as an adult for a crime, come on now.
Why can't I touch him? That 16-year-old got drunk, ran over a family, probably charge him as an adult. So I'm just getting ahead of the horse. I'm putting the cart ahead of the horse here, and I just want to touch that sophomore.
You know, out of that whole story, when I was reading that, you go, I just can't imagine looking at a baby and go, little Eunice. I mean, out of all about like the pedophilia and how crazy that story is, Eunice stuck out in the beginning for you.
Well, yeah, dude, it's an ugly-ass name. Eunice.
I know some people who got married when they were both 17. Fine. That's young, but we're saying...
But you're both 17.
Yeah, we're saying when the guy's like Paul Walker age and there's a 16-year-old.
16. That's weird, right?
I still can't get over the having Eunice in my house in my 20s.
And having to call him to do something?
Well,
Eunice!
Like, if you... there's pictures, there's clippings from newspapers about the marriage and stuff, and it's showing her making bread for her husband at 9 years old, man.
That's so messed up.
And like,
in the 30s?
And again, I'm going to re-say this, but like, what if she had a name? You know what I mean? She's probably scared. Like, you're taking care of her as almost your kid all of a sudden.
Yeah, you basically adopted a kid, and you're just kind of waiting to diddle them.
And are you waiting? That's what I mean.
I would hope you waited.
I mean, 14's still terrible too. But I'm just saying, like, did they? I mean, she's married to him. I mean, if this guy's marrying a child, he's probably not waiting.
It's him bargaining, like making an investment.
How terrible, man.
Yeah, that's.
But don't
like in his eyes, he was like. In our days, he's like, this is like buying Apple stock in the 70s.
You put that law in like, okay, you go to Minnesota, there's no possible way a pastor is going to do it, right?
No, like, there's no minimum age, but you still got to get, like, a marriage license, and if a 40-year-old walks in with a 10-year-old and says, we want a marriage license, like, they're not going to give it to you, because you need both people's. And also, the states that don't have a minimum, like I said before, they probably haven't run into the issue like they did in Bama! In Alabama, where it's like, dude, we got to stop these dudes from marrying kids. They're marrying too many kids. Well, put this as 16. You guys got to stop marrying kids. Laws don't get made out of nowhere. Laws get made because people push the boundaries, and then people have to say...
They got to go, whoa. Well, just like right there in Tennessee. Right after Eunice got married, they're like, hey, whoa, that's weird. That's weird.
Yeah,
we should probably make a law.
It's like, dude. Well, because you did... Like, in my head, I would never think like, I need to make sure that my kids know they can't get married at 9, right? And I'm never going to tell them you can't get married at 9 years old. But if my daughter comes up to me and says a man asked me to marry him, and it's my teacher at school, and she's 9, I'd be like, okay, well, I didn't think I had to have this conversation, but you don't get to get married at 9.
Seems like she's basically a slave to him. Here, listen.
Not basically, she definitely is.
5531. My ex is 42, dating a 20-year-old. He's got to buy her alcohol. It's so cute.
That's funny.
Damn. Where's he meeting a 20-year-old, man? Like, I can't. Hey, what's going on?
Hi.
Hi.
I'm wondering if you guys ever watched Stay Sweet, Pray and Obey on Netflix.
No.
Stay Sweet, Pray and Obey?
Yeah.
What's it about?
Sounds hilarious.
No, not so much. It reminds me of a real-life Handmaid's Tale.
Oh, was it like culty?
This docuseries examines the rise of Warren Jeffs in the Fundamentalist Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. And his shocking... Oh, I just watched a trailer for this. The pastor would just, like, walk up to women, like young girls, and say, oh, we're going to get married. And
Wait, in the States?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Dude,
Wait, what is it
Christians are
called?
We saw it in
weird.
Arizona.
Well, let's watch a trailer. It's called Keep Sweet.
Keeps sweet, pray and obey.
Yes. Let's watch a trailer.
All right, thanks for calling. We're going to watch this trailer really
Thanks,
quick.
babe.
Okay. I'll be the judge of this.
Christians are weird. Oh my God!
See, they get so brainwashed being in there for so long that right there, he was in jail and his wives were there telling him over a phone how much they love her. I wonder how long that went on for.
I'll watch that now. I'll probably give that a shot today or this weekend, but man,
I wonder if that went on for years.
Oh, probably. I mean, he had 74. Why?
Was that Utah?
Yeah, I think so. Utah's a godless country too.
How is he legally getting married to 14-year-olds?
It's not legal.
So was it just a spiritual wedding? And then okay.
And then the parents were okay with it because they were all brainwashed by the church. Like they said, they treated him as a prophet. So he had a direct line to God. So if he was like, oh yeah, we're going to get married, it's like, oh, that's what God wants.
He had his very own Handmaid's Tale secretly on it where he lived.
Yeah.
Is that new?
It's new to Netflix, I believe.
Wow.
Pretty dope.
All right. Anyway. Crap. We probably got to say stuff here, don't we?
One or two things.
Well, they didn't send me the schedule, so I don't...
Oh, they didn't?
No.
And they usually disappear, don't they?
Yeah.
So...
Kelly Davies.
We got a Kelly Davies next. Oh, no. That was the first break.
Yeah, I know, but look at it. It's all saying the 7. So this is why it's so hard to figure out.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I think that's probably the 8. Then. You just got to find the...
Kelly Davies next.
And then where's
8-10 kids bowl free.
You got to find the legal. That lets you know where you're at.
All right. Well, let's do a Planet Fitness really quick because I do believe I have one of those. But we missed it. Hey, Planet Fitness is a place that, boy, you want to find yourself at, I think.
Well, especially because it's like...
You got it.
It's like $10 a month with zero commitment. So if you're like, oh, I need to... I need to get healthy, not cough as much. I need to start working on my lungs. You can go to Planet Fitness. It's only $10 a month. You're not spending hundreds of dollars a month, and for years on end, Planet Fitness cheaper.
Yeah, and Tanner just mentioned it, but you got to no contract. So if you're like, this isn't for me, that's fine. They're not going to try keeping you there if you don't want to be there, but you're going to want to be there because it's only $10 a month.
Yeah.
Get in shape. Do it right now. Summer's almost here.
A few weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm just saying it kind of just got here. Yeah, summer just kind of got here, so you got time to get in that shape that you want to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Time for August. Let's do
Dalton
this.
Palooza.
Yeah, we'll do that for. We'll do that in Dalton. Let's do this all again here in just a second.
That makes sense. I get it.
Hang on. All right, Planet Fitness, Boys Head Environment, huge. $10 a month, no contract. You were in there recently. How clean was it?
Very clean. Incredibly clean. Probably the cleanest place I've ever been. It's cleaner 100% than my house. I even asked my surgeon, hey, could I have surgery there? And he said, that's too clean.
Yeah.
To have surgery.
Yeah. We don't know what's in there. Being that clean, nobody studied it before.
Yeah. But they could. He's like, we could, but it's just so clean.
There are trainers there to help guide you and set up workout schedules to help achieve your goals, one-on-one orientations with trainers. Very, very clean facilities. Can't stress that enough.
And if you want to pay just a little bit over $10 a month, still no commitment, still no contract, you get unlimited tanning, you get total body enhancement, you get hydro massage, regular massage chairs. You can go to any Planet Fitness on the planet.
Check it out. PlanetFitness.com. Did that? You got it? Dude. You just hear Steve Balon?
What do you say?
105 heat index today.
That's it?
So odd.
You don't gotta shovel the heat.
That's right. That's true. All right, so we got to make this one really quick. We'll play a take from Jake and Tanner because we never do this in the 7.
Yeah.
We're not going to play the real version. We're just going to play the what happened yesterday. In case of our 7 o'clockers never heard it or don't know what it is. This is what happened yesterday, and we do play a real version at the end of the show in the 8 o'clock hour, but we usually play a replay in the 6 to let you know how much we're going to be playing for when we play today. So here's a rewind of that. $160. There you go. $160 we play for when we play in the 8 o'clock hour. More of us next. Hey, what's going on? Whether you're a first-time home buyer or these live reads are very weird today.
They're odd.
They are odd.
They're odd. I'll give you that.
I'll tell you this. You know what's not odd? Kelly Davies.
Why?
Yeah, she is a little. She's a little quirky.
Well,
but
she
we
brought
love
us
her.
a lot of meat.
Yeah,
the
she
first
did.
time we met her, she was like, "Here's meat."
Here's a bunch of beef jerky. It just smelled like beef jerky in this building for days. Anyway, yeah. Now, Kelly Davies Homes team. Landshore Realty. So if you're looking to buy a home, sell a home, an investment property, your dream home, whatever it may be, Kelly Davies Homes team.
Yeah, because they have just the funnest and most educated agents, and a ton of them. So if you're like, oh, I can only see houses at like 8 p.m. on Sundays, other places will be like, we don't have any agents to show you. Not Kelly Davies will be like, we'll get you in there, even if the owners are sleeping.
They got the strong social media presence, premier agents on top of the major home search websites. They sell a home every 3 days. They use only the finest professional photography, videography, drone, marketing, stagers.
Staging. A lot of places will charge you extra to help you stage your house to make it sell faster and better because they just know. And not Kelly Davies. That is just part of what they do. They will go into your house and be like, get rid of all of these rabbits that you put horns on. Get them off your walls. People don't want jackalopes.
Yeah, that's right. Jack-o'-lantern. No, jackalopes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said.
Is that a real thing?
No, jackalopes don't really exist.
Okay. Well, I just found out a narwhal was real like 3 minutes ago, so.
That blows my mind that people thought that those were mythical.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, so you're thinking about buying, you're thinking about selling, think Kelly Davies Homes team, Landshore Realty. FM. What's going on, man? I'm just watching a video here on TikTok of when Cindy Crawford interviewed Bon Jovi in the 1991 VMAs, and he was winning an award, and he was 29. It's weird to think. It's weird to think that
at 29.
Yeah, he was winning a lifetime achievement award at 29 years old. Yeah, it's just weird though to think that they were 29. 12 years younger than me. They were still in their 20s here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I'm like
younger than I am.
Old and he's old, and Cindy Crawford's drop dead gorgeous.
How
you
does
forget
he
how
look
beautiful.
99
There you
or
go.
91.
Just like Cindy Crawford, actually. Both long hair. Kind
Wait,
of, I
which
mean,
one's
beautiful.
Cindy Crawford?
Right, exactly. Dude, I remember Cindy Crawford just taking over the world. Like that name, that brand, her name was such a huge brand.
Like I bet you between 90 to 93 there was an upturn in women called, or little baby
Cindy.
girls called Cindy, just because of Cindy Crawford.
I think her daughter, if I'm not mistaken, is doing some modeling now.
She has 2 daughters.
Oh, she does?
She does.
I think
She
she's one of-
has, or maybe Presley is a boy. Presley is a boy, so she has 1 daughter. And as with Chet Hayes and Colin Hanks, one of them is doing better than the other. Kaya is probably the model, and she's just a model, and here's her Instagram. And then you go to Presley, and Presley's first article is Presley Gerber removes his misunderstood face tattoo.
Wait a minute. Who is Presley Gerber?
Cindy Crawford's son.
Oh, that's their real last name. Or that's because she
Well,
probably took the husband's last name or whatever.
Randy or Rand.
Okay.
Randy Gerber is the husband's name.
Yeah, so with that, that happens, man.
It's just there's always one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she's trying to make it into the... I don't know, well, probably not making it. She probably doesn't. I think she's one of Bob's beauties. On the Price is Right? No, I don't think so. You know what makes... I do not like... First of all, I don't like whatever his face is, Drew Carey.
I can't get behind Drew Carey as the host.
Still today.
It's been like 15 years.
And I will always still think Bob's doing it.
When we make jokes, and like we used to play the Price is Right game on here, and we would say prices, we'd be like, $1, Bob, because that's what it is. The show should have died with him. He's still alive.
He is?
Yeah, I think he's only running on gases at this point.
I guess like he stands out in his, or he'll not stand. He's sitting out in his yard.
Yeah.
And because the Hollywood, the bus will go by when they got the stars, they'll go show people's houses.
Yep.
And he just sits out there with middle fingers. Because he's Bob, he can do what he wants now.
I love Bob Barker. I assume he yells at people to spay and neuter their dogs. So they walk him past his house. Is that dog got balls? Get rid of him.
I can't get behind. I don't like the male models on Price is Right. Doesn't sit well with me. I'm not saying that men can't be models, but I just for some reason don't like it.
I don't. You're right. Because here's the thing. Bob's beauties were just that. Beautiful. But these Drew dudes...
Oh, is that what they're called?
I have no idea. I just made that up on the spot. But they're not as gorgeous as the Bob's beauties are.
No.
Not even close.
No.
It's not like they got a bunch of Henry Cavills standing up there. Like they just got like a bunch of Miles Tellers. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean,
body's cool. Probably good at, he's good at what they do, pointing, but not, the face just isn't there.
I'm just not a fan. Just not a fan. I don't like my Bob's beauties being men.
I think
Hashtag don't belong.
If you have Paramount Plus, you can watch Price is Right on there, like seasons of it.
Did you know that's definitely for nursing homes?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna start.
Did you know that he wanted to go all gray with his hair, and the studios kept making him dye it? Bob Barker. And then finally the studio goes, Bob, whatever. You're Bob flipping Barker. Do whatever you want.
Bob Barker gets to do what Bob Barker wants.
And when his hair went white, his ratings went up.
Oh, really?
So they continued to just let Bob do that. You think Bob ever... Do you think there's any sexually harassment cases with Bob's beauties?
100%. I think it was known.
Really?
I thought it was a well-known thing that Bob Barker would kiss his beauties, and he would make, like, if you wanted the job, you were going to sleep with him. And I don't think anybody got in... Because I have
I know he got sued for $8 million, sorry.
Oh, he did?
He got, Barker Beauty and Playboy Centerfold sued him for a reported $8 million.
Did they settle? Must settled. I didn't go to court.
Centerfold, $8 million sexually harassment following an unlawful termination. There's that.
Oh.
So now what do you do? What do you believe? You know what I mean? I want to believe her, but also she got fired.
Yeah. I mean...
Claimed that... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
He probably did. I mean, he was born in 1923. Like, he was old when our parents were born. Like...
Wait a minute. I thought you said 1923.
That's when he was born.
Oh, yeah. I think my dad was born in the 50s, so he was already an old man.
He was already in his... He was 35 years old when my dad was born. Or 34 years old. Dude had a 401k.
Wait, did you say, how old was he?
35.
All right, hang on.
Dude had a 401k and stuff in the 50s. In the 50s! That guy, he remembers when segregation was like the hot new thing.
Tell me, can you give me some technology that was made in like 1924 so we can say he's older than?
New tech.
New technology, 1924. Mechanical television.
I'll look at the 1930.
Was 1925.
When was airplanes?
He's older than aerosol cans.
Oh my God. He's older than the Hoover Dam.
He's older than a yo-yo.
A yo-yo?
The yo-yo was invented in 1929, man. He's older than car radios.
Obviously older than sliced bread. That was made in 1930.
Wow. Apparently this...
What were they using? He's older than nylon bristle toothbrushes. What were they using before that?
This.
Just fingers?
Just fingers. So this woman claimed that she was forced to do things with Barker in his dressing room twice a week for 3.5 years.
Listen.
First by forcing, and then saying she just went along with it.
Forcing.
6 to 8 times she's had tickle time with him. Saying that she refused, saying that she was scared to be fired if she refused. She got $8 million. I want to know if he settled out of court.
He had to have. When was this?
Yeah. I don't know.
Dude, he is so old. And he's 98 years old right now, and he is all of it. It's not like you'd be like, you're 98, you look like you're in your 80s. Like, he looks 98.
I guess he had a big ego, but yeah, it's Bob Barker.
It's Bob Barker.
I mean, if there was any sexual harassment, not okay, but still, ego, fine.
Yeah.
All right, we got to go. We got to play these commercials.
Oh, my...
So it's something that you may not think about to do in the summer because you're thinking possibly more of a winter thing.
Yeah.
And plus, you're definitely not thinking that it's going to be free.
Yeah, and think about today. It's supposed to heat index of 105 degrees. Yeah, it's summer, and you're supposed to be outside. You don't want to be.
Get to participating bowling centers.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. You want to be inside, but it's like, oh, I got to keep these kids entertained, and I don't want it to break the bank. We have the perfect solution. Kids Bowl Free. KidsBowlFree.com/KissFM. You can register your kids. They get 2 free games a day, and it'll tell you the participating bowling alleys that it'll have. That you can go to. I'm sure there's one fairly close to you.
KidsBowlFree.com/KissFM. Plus, you could have a chance to win a bowling ball.
A bowling ball?
Summer fun doesn't got to break bank like we were saying. No, make some great summer memories. Get into that air conditioning today with your kids. KidsBowlFree.com/KissFM. We made Fox Cities. Oh, I'm going to take my pills today. Does this make me look old, having this
no, like I said,
here?
That's fine. That's a good organization. If you had an AM, PM one,
Yeah.
that's when you start looking bad.
God, I don't know what's going on. Are you as tired as me right now?
No, I'm good today.
What's happening with me?
Are you not napping? Because your kids are home?
Yeah, I don't do that anymore. Oh, yeah, I don't do that anymore.
So you're losing that 15 minutes? Or whatever you sleep?
I had to yell at him yesterday. Not just my kids, all the kids. Because I come down, I let him into the house while I was doing a little work, and they're playing video games fine because it's really hot out.
Yeah.
And I come down and they're eating everybody's eating my food. Like Dewey went and got a bunch of chips. Now, I know kids are kids and everything, but I had to kick them out of the house, and because groceries are ridiculously expensive, and I can't feed the neighborhood kids. I just can't. It's not the kids' fault. They don't understand money.
They don't understand money or food.
Inflation. They don't get what's going on. They're just like, yeah, I'll have some of those chips too, so they don't understand that. And the other kids are just eating it because the other kids gave them to them.
Yeah.
But I kicked them out, and then they asked, hey, can we have some popsicles? Because I have garage popsicles for all the kids. I'm like, yeah, I don't care about that.
Eat those. Those are $3 for like 100 of them.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever. And then
you got the nice popsicles, or you got like the juice squeeze ones?
The what?
Like, does your popsicles come with wood?
You mean the stick in the middle?
Yeah.
No.
Just the long, skinny tubes?
Yeah. Kids love those.
Yeah, they're 1,000. You get 1,000 for $1.
Right. And so I'm like, you guys eat as many as you want.
Yeah.
Like an hour later, I come back down and I open up the garage, and Piper's like, look, Dad, how many we ate? And they were basically all gone. I didn't care about that. What I cared about is there was popsicle juice all over my garage.
Oh, sticky.
Ants,
and that fuzz that falls off people's trees.
Sticks right to it. Well, and then there was just half of a popsicle, like still in the package, laying there. And I'm like, why is that? So I actually snapped a little bit and made all the kids go home and get Piper and Dewey into the house. And, I talked to them, and I felt bad because Piper's like, I didn't do it, but she's the oldest. And I was like, somebody should have came and got me. But she didn't realize, because she's a kid, that she was. There's got to be a little respect for my garage here.
Yeah, there's trash cans, right?
Right.
You have a trash can. Just throw it away. Like, if you wouldn't do it in the house, don't do it in the garage. Oh, God, don't die. Remember, I'm bad under pressure.
No, I'm good. Okay. But anyway, that was my life yesterday.
Sounds terrible. Yeah, I have a little one. So, like, you have these problems, and I just have to make sure he doesn't fall down the stairs. Like, that's pretty much my only thing I have to do.
That's a tough one, though.
Yeah, it is.
Busy.
It's high-stakes boredom.
Do you know there's something called revenge bedtime procrastination? Okay,
there's a lot of words. So, explain.
This is a thing, and I suffer from it a little on Sundays, not during the week normally, but it's a thing where people are so busy with work throughout their day and doing other responsibilities, the kids and whatever it is, that at bedtime you like force yourself to stay awake, laying there being on social media or whatever, because your free time, you don't have any, and you don't want your free time to end because tomorrow you start all over of using your time for other people.
I'm bad at that on Fridays.
Fridays?
Fridays.
Oh, mine's Sundays.
Fridays is that for me because I just worked the whole week, and I know I have nothing to do in the morning or something. Like last Friday, I stayed up until 2 o'clock in the morning doing flooring in my basement. I didn't even want to.
When?
Friday.
Oh, Lord.
I was doing flooring in my basement alone, just by myself, because I was like, I started at 9:30 or 10. I started at 10.
Wait a minute. Yeah, but that doesn't seem like free time.
But like that's what it was for me, and then like I got to listen to a podcast while I was doing it.
Yeah, I guess to get away with it from the young ones for a little bit.
It was just alone time.
Yeah,
but
yeah, it just sucks. Dude, when they're little, like mine, they'll be gone for a few hours.
Yeah.
And I don't know where they are.
Mm-hmm. Very 90s parenting.
Yeah, I forget though. For you, I forget when they're that little how demanding it is.
Yeah, because like V at 5, I could go in the basement and she could be upstairs. Like that was fine. I was okay with it. I didn't worry about her falling down the stairs. So I had a little bit more time. Griffin, he is just, babies are so demanding. People who have 3, I don't know what's wrong with you. 3 or more, like what are you doing?
Yeah, I told Colton just recently because I'm like, "You're not having another one, are you?" And he's like, "Oh, no." He's like, "No way."
All done?
He's like, "I'm getting my tubes tied." And I go, "Do you remember you just had your other baby and you only had her for like a week?" And you're like, "Do you think it's crazy if we have another one?" And I'm like, "Just hang in there.
Yeah.
Just give it some months, and then we'll have this conversation again."
Babies are simple up until 3 to 5 months. They're simple, easy. They sleep most of the day. And those 3 months, you get so used to just getting up with them that it is easy. But man, the second they become mobile, like Kayla said the same thing. She was like, "Did we get your vasectomy?" Because I got my vasectomy like a month after Griffin was born. And she was like, "Did we do that too fast?" And I was like, "Just wait till he starts crawling. Then let's see if we wanted to have a third one." Now he's crawling and V is getting older, and she was like, "I can't believe that I even wanted a third one."
It's not that I know all of it. Like Colton always calls me and I'll say stuff like that, and I'll be like, "Do you remember when I said that?" And it's not because I know it. It's just because I've been through it.
Yeah.
Do you remember the weirdness? I never felt older than the text line blowing up about 4 years ago. I was 36 at this time.
Yeah.
And I said, well, I was going to do the vasectomy thing, and I was thinking, I was talking out loud like you were, like, I don't know if I should do it. Maybe we want another kid or whatever. And the text line blew up about how old I am, and
yeah, they were treating you like you were Jeff Goldblum having a baby at 60. They were like you're gonna be the old dad. You're not gonna see their graduation because you'll be dead of old age.
That's what I went. Oh, I'm too old for this station. That's what that's what went through my head. And then I started thinking, well, maybe not. Maybe they're just correct. Maybe 36. But to me, in my head, I don't feel like 36. Maybe I forget what the age is where you got to start for women, where you got to start worrying about.
35.
Okay, so Angie was 34. Yeah, it was right around 33, 34. So, I mean, yeah.
Yeah. People, the women that have their kids in their 40s, all good on you, but that's such a risk. Because I guess the risk, like every year after 35, gets intense for women.
What are the problems that?
I guess their body just can't handle it. So, like,
no. What happens with the baby when it comes out? Like, what's wrong?
What's wrong with the baby?
Yeah,
I guess they get more birth defects, like
Down
lungs
syndrome
and stuff, and it's harder on the mother, and the babies are not as nourished. I don't know. I just know you have to be more careful. I got my wife all knocked up at 20. How old is she? 23 and 27 or whatever. So,
my dad was 42. This is the text line when I was born, and 45 when my sister was born.
My dad was 35 when I was born, or 35, 36. I can't remember.
How old?
35 or 36, or 34 or 35, somewhere in there. He was born in 57.
Yeah, and when Angie was born, Gordon was 45 years old.
He's old.
45, dude. I could never imagine. That's like, oh my God, that's having a newborn in 4 more years for me.
Remember, Jake. Back in those days, dads didn't do nothing.
That's true. Because even
Pam's
like, he's never changed a diaper in his life.
Yeah. Dropping baby gravy at that age is fine for dudes back in the 70s and 80s. Dads weren't touching kids.
Really? There haven't been studies done in a while about older women. As long as the woman is healthy, it's not a big deal. Wait, but there was studies done. But she's saying they are saying there haven't been studies done in a while.
done in a while about older women. Oh, well, I guess. Cool. I guess it's all about egg quality. After 35, the quality of eggs drastically... Quality or quantity? I don't know. Oh, yeah, you're getting all the back of the fridge eggs.
Yeah, the ones that... How long have they been in there?
Yeah, the ones that you drp in water to see if it floats, and you're just like, it hovers.
Should we?
I think this is the last day to use this egg.
All right.
If we don't use it, we got to throw it away. That's
so we can
those
blame
eggs.
this on. We can blame this on women.
Oh yeah, you and I didn't get vasectomies, we could have kids well, and like Gordon, if he decided to go get a mistress, I guess at 80 something, like he just decided
That's
like
so wild.
Like I'll just get one now.
Let me ask you a question here. I like this story. Speaking of this, there was a guy or a woman cheated on her husband.
Okay.
Years prior. Like 40 years goes by and he finds out. They're both in their 80s. Mm-hmm. He divorces her.
That's crazy to me.
You had to not really like each other, right? Because where are you going?
Yeah,
your
what are
buddy
you doing?
just left.
Yeah, and like, who's gonna cook for you? Like you're in your 80s, you ain't cooking for yourself.
Or it was 70s or 80s, but still.
Either way, what are you doing?
I couldn't imagine, though, honestly, to have a newborn. I get it, different generations and stuff, but really putting this day and age, being 45 years old, me having a baby like Gordon did. No way. I'm all done. I don't want to go through those stages anymore. We hang out with the neighbors, and they both have like an 8-month-old or whatever, and it's crazy. Like Angie and I were sitting down by the picnic table at the bonfire, and we're just hanging out. And I'm like, do we even need to be here? Because they're running everywhere trying to catch their kids. They got to follow their kids everywhere, and they're up here and they're down here. You couldn't even get a chance to really chat with them. And we were like, Angie and I were like, hey, if you see Piper there, just tell her to come down real quick. Like, we don't need that. We didn't even know where our kids were at that point. They're just running the neighborhood.
I'm really starting to look forward to it.
I bet. I bet.
Well, now, my neighbor came over yesterday when I got, was trying to take a nap, and she rang my doorbell, which is like aggressive. It's an aggressive thing to do. And she showed me, she has trail cam in her bag. I have a bear.
Oh, didn't somebody, I thought there was a story up there that a bear broke into a house.
I thought that was just a...
No, that was just, somebody just recently sent that over in Crivets. Oh, you're not Crivets.
I'm more south of Crivets, but yeah, we have a bear just 2 houses down that keeps attacking her bird feeders. This is a black bear, and I was like, great, I guess I gotta watch my kids again when they go outside.
That's what Joe Rogan was saying when he bought that house in Colorado or whatever. He's like, he's like, I loved it there, and it was a lot of fun, but it's just where I was living up in the mountains or whatever. He's like, constantly had to watch your kids so like a leopard or whatever cougar wouldn't come and take them. So you just couldn't go play out in the back because you were constantly worried some kind of animal was coming to get them.
Yeah, screw that. I mean, Wisconsin sucks a lot, but at least we don't have to worry about that much.
Yeah. Have you been
to Colorado?
Yeah.
I've heard of it.
It is awesome.
I don't think I'm cool enough to go to Colorado.
No, you're Colorado. There'd be some spots. Boulder, you can't go. I can't even go to Boulder. They were I have never seen so many gorgeous people in my life than at a Target. I mean, I couldn't even imagine being in a Target Boulder. Holy cats, because Target's already filled with beautiful women. Not even that low, even the men. And they all got their yoga mats, and they're all mountain biking everywhere, or they're walking, or they're in Tacomas. That's it. And it's filled with all, like, everybody's so healthy. It's like they don't have one bad restaurant. If you go in there and you order a burger, they're like, really?
What's wrong with you?
You must be from Wisconsin.
Yeah, you want the Impossible Burger. You don't want real meat. I was like, no, I'd love meat. They're like, well, you're a monster.
You should go though. It's really awesome. Well, not just Boulder. I'm just saying Colorado in general.
A friend of ours, she just went through a divorce, and she's gonna move to Colorado.
Life change.
Of the summer. Yep.
What's out there? Did she get a job?
Yep.
Already lined up?
Yep.
Really?
Pretty much.
What is the job? Like, is it easy?
Loss prevention at Walmart.
Oh, so she just probably went to and said, "Hey, I want to transfer."
Yep, and there's a Walmart there that I think she's going to transfer to.
Dude, awesome! I'm a little jealous of that.
That's what I said. I was like, dude, that's kind of cool. Like, you have nothing holding you down.
Yeah.
Like, go live, go do it. And guess what? If you don't like Colorado, you don't have to stay there.
That's kind of what a perk to work at
a big corporation, like that,
like a Walmart, because you could just kind of go, I want to live there.
Well, I wonder where the closest Walmart, and then you just check, and you have your manager call those places, or you call and just be like, do you guys need help? I'm looking to move in there.
What city?
Denver, outside of Denver.
Yeah, okay. It's weird, man. When we pulled into Denver, I mean, you're out of the city in not too long, and you're out. I mean, it's like
kind of like Green Bay, where it's like downtown to a farm is like 10 minutes.
That's what I mean. Yeah, you're just out. And I can't say, I mean, that is a really good thing. I hated the price that I had to pay for Colton's wedding, but it was definitely worth it because we got that was by far my family's favorite vacation, besides Marquette. But I think that's just mine.
Back then?
It's expensive. It's just expensive to do. And we're usually doing spring break, and we're not skiers.
It's not as cool to go there in the spring.
In February, you know what I mean? So you got to make it like a summer vacation, but you already did a spring vacation, and I don't know if we can afford two big vacations like that.
Because it's definitely more fun to escape
in the winter. Yeah, right. Yeah, because you're just stuck in the house all the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
But now that I did the Marquette thing, I bet you we could go there and have a blast still. It does suck. Like, everywhere you go, you
could rent snowmobiles.
I like snowmobiles.
Have you ever been on one?
Yeah, but a really old one, and I don't.
Those are the only good ones.
Yeah,
ones with no suspension.
This didn't even have brakes.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? It was like that.
Yeah, no, I've been on those. Those are great because then you can like hit a snowbank and just let it go, and you just don't care because they're built like tanks,
dude. You know what I'm going to do? Why don't I rent out a little place in the winter there? Got like a ski lodge. We never ski, but we're having coffee by the fire and everybody's wearing sweaters. Yes. You know what I'm talking about? And like then, in the communal area?
Yeah, and then but wear like snow pants.
Yeah, like so it looks like.
So people are just like, you gonna hit the slopes? Me hit them this morning.
Yeah,
just get a little rest.
A little booze in my coffee.
Why do I assume that like Denver, Colorado, and Boulder, not big drinkers?
Yeah, Boulder's not. They're just so healthy.
That's the thing.
But we're going up to the slopes. A lot of swinging amps up there.
Heck yeah!
I really don't know that. I just feel like ski lodges are just filled with swingers.
Just a couple of bunny hills, if you know what I'm saying.
Doesn't it seem
real easy? It does. It seems like if you're in a. Like, that's how they choose, like, you get on the ski lift.
Yeah.
And you have to sleep with who you ride with. It's just kind of what it is.
Hey, let me say this really quick. 6416, can you please Facebook me? And I will Facebook the Jake and Tanner show, and I'll write back to you because they said, what did you do in Marquette looking for a vacation this summer? 6416, I cannot stress this enough how incredibly gorgeous Marquette is. If you're going to go there and you guys are serious, I'll tell you all the spots that we usually go to because we go there 2 to 3 times a year, and we absolutely love it. We're going to make a trip up there in October to see all the leaves because it's gorgeous up there.
Yeah.
And we make a trip. We're going to start doing the winter trips there because it's so fun to do that, and we definitely do a summer one. But I'll give you I got the little secret locations that you can take your family, which is, you will love this trip. I mean, you will love this.
They got a really nice Menards up there.
They do?
Yeah.
You've been to Marquette Menards?
Yeah.
For flooring?
Mm-hmm.
You went all the way to Marquette you never told me that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't stop anywhere in the city other than I got a little local place to eat. I get some pizza at Pizza Hut.
So, nice little local diner.
Yeah, just like a little place. Really good. Really good.
6416, message us, and I'll... But only if you're serious. I don't want to do this. I don't want to write everything that we've done if you're not going to go. So figure it out first.
No, Jake's going to send you to the places where he put cameras.
Why are these all? They always want us to go in the bathroom.
Yeah.
And go potty. I'm just worried about people's bladders.
Yeah. Just want to make sure. You never know what's going on there until you see it yourself.
It's the Jag and Tanner show. So I guess good old Vince McMahon's going to be stepping down during a WWE misconduct. Some woman's coming out of the woodwork and said in 2019 he did naughty things.
Yeah, of course he did. Like, nobody's surprised, right? Like, this can happen. Like, get them out of there. You can't diddle people that are under you, especially if you feel like they don't want it.
Well, wait a minute. This is investigating an alleged $3 million payment from McMahon to a departing female employee following a consensual affair. So he gave her $3 million probably of, like, hush money.
Hey, don't tell my wife.
Cool, if you did that. Hey,
How does your wife not notice a $3 million...
Because he probably... There's so much... Your wife would, my wife would, but he has so much money...
Yeah, but...
tied into different things. You think this dude just has one Chase account that him and his wife are both hooked up to? I mean, it's Vince McMahon.
What's his net worth?
It's got to be a ridiculous sum, right?
Let's $2.3 billion.
Yeah, like that
okay,
dude.
Then $3 million is like if you and I lost. Like if we paid somebody $300.
Well, and they're not budgeting. He's got people that do that. Like she doesn't even go
She's
through
not paying the gas bill.
Right. They don't got like a little Dave Ramsey little budget.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like an everyday app or whatever. No.
Man, I did not know.
App.
I did not know that he was a billionaire.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. That guy is a wicked smart businessman.
Oh yeah.
He knew exactly what he had to do to make millions. That is so weird to me, man, that people dig it. That like people are into wrestling if you're over the age of like 12.
9? Yeah.
Yeah, it's really weird to be into because it's so bad.
Yeah, the acting's not great. I mean, yeah, some of the moves they
Rock
look
was
cool.
fun.
Rock was fun. Stone Cold was just the best. But like,
and the shaky cam that they're doing now, like I don't know if they're still doing it. When I caught it like a few years ago, because I didn't watch it from like when I was 12, stopped watching it until it came on like Thursday night or something. I was flipping through and saw it, and I was trying to get back into wrestling.
At the time. I remember because you're like, I think I'm going to try to get back into wrestling, and I was like, cool, dude.
Yeah. I started wearing binder twine belts and carrying syrup. I always had syrup around.
Well, to drink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and they would zoom in. They zoom in real close, like if they do a move, and then they back out, probably to make it look not as fake.
Yeah, because I've gone to them live and got really close.
Oh yeah, they're terrible.
It's pretty noticeable that they are not punching each other. But like that's the thing. If you just like wrestling, that's fine. It's like any other show. But you can't say it's real, right?
No.
Like at some point you have to be like, yes, this is all fake and scripted.
Well, yeah. I mean, they probably do get, bounced around and hurt. I'm sure if we were in the ring, we would be feeling it. I'm sure they would put us into some moves.
Yeah, they're still athletes.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, it's definitely scripted.
They're all pretty much stunt performers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good way to put that.
So, yeah, cool. But it's not real. Like, Randy Orton is not... He doesn't hear voices in his head that make him get more violent. Like...
What a good character, though.
He's an actor.
Did he make that character?
I don't know who comes up with... Because I know some people come up with their own characters. But, like, I had heard a podcast where The Undertaker was talking about that him and another guy came up at the same time. And there was 2 characters they wanted to fill for their body types. And it was, like, The Undertaker and, like, this grand goofball or something like that. And it was just basically a flip of a coin on who got who. And he got Undertaker, and that other guy hasn't wrestled since because they only unveiled him like one time.
It's weird to think, too, that they had other characters that they've tried in the past. Like Triple H wasn't Triple H. He was like some Frenchman.
Hurley Hunter Hensley or something like that. Yeah.
And then like John Cena wasn't always John Cena. He went through like 3 different characters before he they came across the John Cena character.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if The Rock was somebody before The Rock.
Probably. I think Stone Cold, I like to believe that that's just who he is. Kind of like how Daniel Day-Lewis gets really method into his. I like to believe that Stone Cold is just Stone Cold Steve Austin. He drinks a lot of beer, drives a four-wheeler around, and kicks people in the balls.
This one's my one of my favorite characters. Tell me if you can name him. Okay. Now, again, this is kind of my wrestling way back in the day. Well, actually, I don't know. But here.
Ah, the mime. Bret the Hitman Hart, right?
Nope.
No.
You're close. Heartbreak's in it.
I have no
idea. Shawn Michaels, Heartbreak Kid. It's weird to see these guys older, too.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see if you know this one.
I really liked Edge.
Oh, yeah.
Edge was cool. It was a little bit past you.
Yeah, a little bit. How about this one? This is 80s now, so you probably don't know.
No.
Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, the Slim Jim guy.
No, that's Macho Man. He was one of my favorite, too.
I always screw those two up.
Ultimate Warrior, dead and gone. Macho Man, dead and gone.
Is he really?
Yeah. This is the Macho Man Randy Savage theme.
Some of those people had some... Well, this is...
Randy Orton's theme was awesome.
It still is, yeah.
That's a real deal song, though, isn't it? Or
I hear voices in my head. I have no idea. The Rock's was really fun. Triple H's is really fun. I'll tell you what. You hear this and you kind of get excited. The Miz, I always liked The Miz.
I did too, man.
He was so arrogant. I love that his catchphrase was "I'm awesome." Like, I bought a shirt that said "I'm awesome."
Why? What happened to The Miz?
I think he has his own reality show now.
Well, I know he was a reality show guy. He was like on Big Brother before he...
Oh, really?
Yeah. Who's the dude that dressed up as the Crow? Was this before your time?
Sting?
Yeah. Sting, man.
Yeah, Sting was pretty cool. I always loved Undertaker and Kane. They were brothers, and they hated each other, and you never saw Kane's face, but then eventually we did see Kane's face, and he had, like, a white eye. It was weird.
I thought for the longest time those two, he was the same person.
Oh, really?
I don't know why.
Like I said, once Lindsay Lohan was in Parent Trap, you started questioning everything.
Yeah, you don't know what they can do with cameras, man.
Yeah. Yeah, Kane's was fun. Kane was always fun. John Cena's, I'm not going to lie, is pretty cool.
Do you remember when we did the John Cena scam?
Yeah.
And we just stole it from basically somebody else, that scam.
Took the premise from somebody else.
We took the premise from somebody else, and we were getting called out like left and right.
Yeah, well, it started to get really, really popular, like ours was, and it's like, oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no, the one we took it from started to get really viral.
Yeah. I love that John Cena scam, though. It's a fun one.
I like John Cena. I like him as a comedic actor.
Holy cats, does he play that one guy?
Peacemaker?
Oh,
perfect.
They couldn't have picked a better person to play that.
I don't even know. I never knew anything about Peacemaker before, but he's perfect. How did you do anything? How could you put anybody else there? There's nobody that could do it.
All right, gotta go. We're gonna play a take from Jake and Tanner. $160 up for grabs next. Hey, man, it's that time again. Big bling. It's almost here. Jason Druxman from Avenue Jewelers. He doesn't do a lot of sales, and you probably know why that is, right?
Yeah, because his merchandise is priced fairly.
I mean,
it's where it should be.
Awesomely priced.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, what they're going to do here is a big sale.
And when they do sales, they don't do them for long. It's not like other places that are like, this month you get a good sale. No. They always have good prices, so when they do a sale, they can only do it for a few days.
And it's a big, big deal. All engagement rings, wedding bands, loose diamonds. For 2 days only, June 24th and June 25th, Avenue Jewelers will have their big bling sale. And it's going to be the only, like you were saying, 2 days. That's it.
2 days.
So not only will they be offering the best prices and financing, they also are going to have the biggest selection. So maybe you're thinking, this is the perfect time to get an engagement ring, or maybe you want to upgrade your ring. This is the time to do it, okay, during this sale, this really big sale. Friday and Saturday, June 24th and 25th, big bling sale at Avenue Jewelers, Wisconsin's most recommended jeweler. All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Take from Jake and Tanner. Let's go. 866-916-0959. $160 today. If you win, that's what you get. Tanner defends it and wins. Well, it'll be 180 when we play on Wednesday. We're trying to make it a big number for Friday for our...
so we can forget to do it again like we did last time.
Yeah, kind of. We're going to be at Flagstone Friday, drinking some beer, doing the show live there at 6. Get the food special. They got some of the best breakfast, apparently, in the state.
It's so good.
You get a chance to get out there this Friday with us. Hi, who's this?
Hey, it's Dave.
All right, Dave. Tanner's going to leave the room,
What's
Dave.
up?
And
Yeah.
let me explain just kind of how this works, Dave. 5 questions. Tanner can't hear them. We don't want him to do that. I'm going to ask you these questions. If you say pass, that is your answer. We don't come back around to the question. Take as long as you want on each and every one of these questions, but time does play a factor in this because lowest time, if there is a tie, will win. Put you on hold when it's all said and done. Get Tanner in to get asked the same questions. Again, if he wins 180 tomorrow, if you win, you're going to get 160 today. Brought to you by Prospera Credit Union with Life Stage Personal Guidance. Good?
Got it good.
Here we go, Dave. 3, 2, 1. What Coca-Cola flavor debuted the same year as New Coke?
Vanilla.
Thomas Jefferson is depicted on what U.S. coin?
Nickel.
What is a bulldog edition of a newspaper?
When it comes out twice in a day.
What candy company makes goobers and raisinets?
Nestle.
What are the 4 C used to evaluate the value and quality of a diamond? What are the
Cut.
Yep.
Clarity. Quality and color.
Time. Hang on really quick. Tanner! Put you on hold. We'll be right back.
Dude,
What?
I knew it was happening. Haven't seen Chuck for a few days. You know, Friday and Monday I haven't seen him. Today he's out there is weirder than ever. He's playing bobbing for koi fish.
We have koi fish?
He brought him.
Oh.
So he's got a kiddie pool that he's filled up, and he put about 35 koi in there.
Yeah.
And it's $5 a bob.
$5?
$5.
And what do you get to do?
You get to keep the koi fish.
That's it, Lo.
Yeah.
How many does he have?
Like 30.
All right.
In that tank. So
Maybe
if you,
I'll go try it.
But you got to bob for him.
All right.
Like with your mouth.
3, 2, 1. What Coca-Cola flavor debuted the same year as New Coke?
Diet Coke.
Thomas Jefferson is depicted on what U.S. coin?
I am going to say the dime.
What is a bulldog edition of a newspaper?
The Friday version of it.
What candy company makes goobers and raisinets?
Nestle.
What are the 4 C's used to evaluate the value and quality of a diamond?
Cut. clarity, carrot. Cut, clarity, and carrot. What did you ask me?
What are the 4 C's used to evaluate?
Cut, clarity, carrot, charisma.
Time. Hello, sir.
Oh, don't
I just
laugh.
realized that one of those C's was a Q for me.
All right. What Coca-Cola flavor debuted the same year as New Coke? Dave said vanilla. Tanner said diet. Cherry Coke. Both wrong on that. 0-0. Thomas Jefferson depicted on what U.S. coin?
Is it the nickel?
Dave said nickel. Tanner said dime.
Is it nickel?
Nickel is correct.
Dang it!
1-0. Dave leading. What is the Bulldog edition of a newspaper? Dave said it comes out twice a day. Tanner said the Friday edition. It's the earliest edition.
Okay.
1-0 still. Dave leading. What candy company makes Goobers and Raisinets? You both said Nestle. You're both correct. 2-1. What are the 4 C's used to evaluate the value and quality of a diamond? Dave said color, cut, carat,
Color!
and quality. That's wrong. That's not a C. Tanner didn't get it right either, but it was color, cut, clarity, and carat. Hey, Dave, you're going to get $160 today.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Put you on hold
I'll
real
take it.
quick. We'll get all your info, okay?
Got it.
See you, man. Well, not see you, but, just stay put. What did you say? You said cut?
Color. I said cut, clarity, carrot, and charisma because I could not think of another C.
Woo!
Dang it.
All right, we'll play for a whopping $20. It's all right, low man.
Yeah, it was a flip of a coin,
It really
literally on the
was.
coin question.
Yeah, it really was. Who is on the dime?
I don't know. I didn't know if it was.
Hey,
That's annoying.
3430, just want to let you know that you lost.
Oh, thanks, 3430. God.
It's the Jake and Tanner show. Good morning.